So wireless earbuds are clearly all the rage right now, and it's easy to see why. That compact form factor is super convenient for just slipping in a pocket and carrying around all day, and yet a lot of them deliver some surprisingly good sound quality straight into your skull. I just got done reviewing the PowerBeats Pro last week, and ever since then I've had the Libratone Track Air Plus stuck in my lug holes, and you know what, these things are a lot dinkier than the PowerBeats Pro, but still deliver some seriously good sound. The Track Air Plus costs 169 quid here in the UK, which means they're slightly more expensive than Samsung's Galaxy Buds, about the same as Apple's AirPods, and a hell of a lot cheaper than Sony's WF-1000MX3s. But like Sony's Buds, they also deliver active noise cancellation. However, the Track Air Plus are sadly not perfect. Here's my full review after roughly a week of use, and for more on the latest and greatest tech, please do poke, subscribe and ding that notifications bell. Cheers! Now first up, these are definitely two of the teeniest earbuds that I've had stuck in my head orifices. Compared with the PowerBeats Pro, it's just ridiculous. They're worlds apart. These buds are just over 5 grams each and barely visible when you shove them in your ear, and they're very comfortable to wear for a full afternoon thanks to that nice slim light design. You've not exactly got the most generous selection when it comes to the colours, unfortunately. You can basically pick up the Libratone Track Air Plus in black or white. There's no vibrant models or anything like that if you prefer something a bit more in your face. But I do like the styling of them, despite the fact that they've got this slightly dipping down bit here, just like the Apple AirPods. It is a lot more subtle. I don't think you look quite as much of a douchebag as you do with those AirPods lodged in your head. You basically just look like you've cut the wires off a pair of actual earphones. A little bit of Tweety Bird logo on the side there, and hopefully Libratone will bring out some more vibrant colours in the future as well, so you've got a bit more of a selection. You do get a selection of different sized ear tips as well when you buy the Track Air Pluses, so you can find the ones that are the exact perfect fit for you on particular lug holes. The good news is I just stuck with the default ones. They seem absolutely fine. They feel like they're lodged in there nice and neat without like pressing against the inside of your ears, so they should be absolutely fine for fitness fans, things like that. I've done running in these things. They don't feel like they're going to fly out of your head, even though they don't have the ear hooks of the PowerBeats Pro. If you're going to be doing a lot of work down the gym, I'd probably recommend having some sort of extra support just in case, but for the standard stuff, this is absolutely fine. But as always, just to prove that, let's do a bit of a mosh test. And the buds are IPX4 sweat and splash resistant as well. They're not fully water resistant, so don't go dropping them in your cappuccino or anything like that, but they'll be fine for running in the rain, all that kind of shenanigans. Now the pairing process initially was fairly straightforward. You can just do it directly through your Bluetooth menu on your smartphone. However, I have found that pairing up subsequently has been a little bit awkward. Occasionally I've noticed if you pull out the right bud out of the case before the left bud, then they just won't sync up with my smartphone at all. You've always got to pull the left bud out first and then the right bud. And I've also noticed that quite often when I first initially pair up with my smartphone, I get a little bit of stuttery performance just for sort of 10-20 seconds or so, until finally the buds seem to sort of settle down, and then the connection's absolutely fine. You can stray from your phone a fair distance. It's absolutely no problem whatsoever. And even in busy areas like London Bridge Station, Paddington Station, places like that, I've had no issues with connectivity. Tiny little stutters here and there if you're like rushing through a really packed area, but that's basically it. Now, like a lot of wireless earbuds, the Libratone Track Air Pluses offer touch controls as well. You can double tap the left one in order to activate or deactivate that active noise cancellation, and you can double tap the right one to pause or play your music. However, if you dive into the Libratone app on your smartphone, you can actually customize what tapping each bud does. So I decided to have it set up so the double tap of the left bud will pause or play your music, and a double tap of the right bud will skip forward a track. As you can see there, the level of customization is quite limited, unfortunately. You do have support for the voice assistant or Google Assistant if you're using an Android smartphone, Siri if you're on iOS, but there's no option to skip back a track or anything like that, so it is kind of limited. Unfortunately, just yesterday, for absolutely no reason whatsoever that I could think of, the touch controls just stopped working every time I did a double tap. All I got was a ding noise instead, which is quite irritating. So I had to do a factory reset via the app, repair it again, go through all that shenanigans, and finally got it working again. But hopefully it's not going to do that very often, because that would get very tiresome very quickly. And inside of that app, you've also got Wear Detect. You can have the buds automatically pause your music when you pull them out of your lug holes, and you've also got some equalizer settings as well. And best of all, you can actually leave the noise cancelling smarts to the buds themselves. You don't have to manually activate and deactivate it whenever you want them. They can detect when you're in a noisy, constant, drony area, such as a train or a plane or something like that, and boost it up to the maximum level so you feel like you're in your nice own little personal vacuum. Unfortunately, the app can be rather infuriating to use. Quite often when you've paired up with the Track Air Plus and everything, you go into the app to try and change the settings, and occasionally it'll just completely vanish from the menu, and then you'll have to like restart the app and just basically pray that the product pops up and you can actually get into them and change the settings. So okay, oh no, it's vanished again. I bloody love Tech Me. You get full Bluetooth 5 support and a nice bit of aptX as well. Not aptX HD, unfortunately. The sound quality is very strong via the Track Air Pluses, especially given the dinky little size of them. They do not quite offer the same level of grunt as something like the PowerBeats Pro, unfortunately. So really heavy rock and metal music, you don't get the really thumping drums, the really heavy bass or anything like that. But the clarity is fantastic. It does work across a range of genres: classical, jazz, pop music, dance music and all that. So it does sound really, really nice. As I say, just lacks the real grunt of something with a bit more oomph behind it. As far as volume goes though, these things put out some serious sound, again considering their dinky size. And of course you've got the active noise cancellation as well. So I found that even when I'm on some of the worst tube lines like the Central line, the Bakerloo line, the really screechy ones, generally absolutely no problem whatsoever with clarity. I could listen to audiobooks and podcasts to make out every word without having to blast it on that really high volume. So it seems to do the job. And no problem taking calls through these things either. You've got the built-in mics, of course, to help out with the active noise cancellation and everything as well. So the whole setup works really nicely, even in a fairly noisy environment outdoors on a high street, something like that. The other person could always pick up my voice. So again, no problems there. And as far as battery life goes, that is another winner. I tend to get between 5 and 6 hours of use on a full charge, depending on obviously how much using the likes of the active noise cancellation, of course. And then when they do need a charge, just chuck them back in the case and you'll get 3 full charges out of the carry case before that will also need a charge. Between 20 and 24 hours basically of battery life with the full charged case. And when it's time to charge the Track Air Pluses back up, we've got a nice bit of Type-C action there on the back, not on that micro USB gubbins. And the good news is, just like Samsung's Galaxy Buds, it supports a bit of wireless charging as well. So if you've got something like Huawei Mate or the P30 Pro or Samsung's Galaxy S10s, things like that, that support the wireless reverse charging, as you can see there, you can just slap it on the back of your phone and it'll power up on the go. Great news if you run out of juice in the middle of nowhere, you obviously don't have access to a plug socket, anything like that, job done. And that right there is my full review of the Libratone Wireless Air Track. So right, there's my full review of the Libratone Track Air Plus wireless earbuds. As you can see, for the size of them, the sound output is pretty fantastic. You've got that active noise cancellation, just a few little quirks here and there, unfortunately, with the pairing process and that bloody app, but hopefully that's issues that can be ironed out with firmware updates in the future. So are you tempted by the Libratone stuff? It'd be great to hear your thoughts down below in the comments, because can they measure up to the likes of the Sony wireless free earbuds? Well, that's a very tough rival right there, although obviously these bad boys are a lot cheaper. And for more on the latest greatest tech, please do subscribe and ding that notifications bell. Cheers!